Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, 10x your life, 10x everything, including Springfield. Hey, we are coming to you from downtown Springfield in the Big Dog Construction Studio. Gorgeous down here. Another great week in Springfield. A special episode for you today. You might recall that about a month ago, my business partner in our Big Dog business coaching company, Chris Hartsook, started his own podcast with Kaitlin Borgini, designing and building Mid-Illinois one home at a time. They're putting out some great stuff. So today, wanted to give you guys the most recent episodes so you can check out all the great stuff that they have going on for yourself. Before we do that, do want to thank our friends over at Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local neighborhood roofing pros. Hey, whether you just need a small repair all the way up to a full replacement, Juan, Tony, Zach, the entire team, they're going to take great care of you. Whether it's residential or commercial, Acosta Angeli Roofing is the way to go. Give them a shout for any of your roofing needs. So we're going to be right back with the most recent episode of Designing and Building Mid-Illinois, one home at a time. Enjoy. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing experts serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
All right. Hey, welcome back to Designing and Building Mid-Illinois one home at a time, the podcast where we talk practical remodeling tips, construction insights, and do-it-yourself projects that make your home work better for you. I'm your host, Chris Hartsook, and
Kaitlin Borgini.
Awesome. Yes, and today we're going to be diving in a few more high-impact DIY home improvement projects, ones that'll be noticeable results without bringing in a full crew to complete them, and they might even be centered around Christmas coming up in the holidays.
Merry and bright.
That's right, merry and bright. For those people only listening on their podcast devices or whatever they're listening to or platforms, she has a hat that says merry and bright. Exactly. Oh, all right. So with Christmas right around the corner, a lot of people are getting ready for family coming into town. And every year I hear the same thing. I didn't realize how outdated this look, until I started decorating or cleaning for the holidays. Well, today's episode is for you, the homeowners who want to spruce things up without a major remodel. Projects that make noticeable difference before your guests arrive and still make sense long term. We don't want you just throwing money, good money after bad just to make it look good for the holidays. We want it to last a long time for you, right?
But I mean, the thing with the holidays is you're bringing, as far as decorations, you're reusing it each year for the most part, for maybe depending who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to change it up, but
no, wait, you change it up never.
I know. But when you talked to me about what we were going to talk about today, I was like, thank you, Chris. I feel so normal because every time, with Christmas stuff, you have to clear out some furniture maybe to make room for your tree. Then I see my trim and I say, oh, good Lord, have mercy. I need to scrub it. And then I scrub it. Then I say I want to repaint it. So then it's a snowball effect.
Which couple episodes ago, we were talking about the DIY of cleaning the room and or new trim or cleaning up your trim. So great segue of what we're doing today is just kind of enhancing those rooms even further on what you can do.
And then the clutteriness, I think, comes in play with Christmas too.
It does. So speaking of clutter, for those, we're hoping that our podcast today comes through with better audio. on the
yes.
end
Mhm.
and better video now. So we've upgraded. That's right. We have now 3 cameras capturing everything. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Caitlin's pointing around all of them right now in the room. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So you guys will have to make sure you definitely check it out
Yeah,
online so you can see our
exactly.
beautiful faces.
Yeah, because we were finding in post podcast on the edit floor that we had a lot of video and audio issues, and we've got that under control now. And so we're wanting to bring the best product we can.
I mean, look at this though. Really, you got to start somewhere. And what is this? Our 5th, 4th,
5th, 4th, 5th, 6th. Hey, you know what?
Hey,
They all just
6,
start running.
7.
Yeah,
But we got to start somewhere. And
that's
I
right.
think I look around, I've been involved in radio pretty much my whole adult life. And this is it, man.
That's right.
This is it.
Nice feel. And so
Yeah.
what made me think of that to bring it up was the clutter. So if you
Yeah.
are watching the video and you're seeing my desk, this is real life. This is where I do my thing for the construction company and for the coaching company and Big Dog Media as well. So
This is where success is created.
Success is created wherever we are. But this just happens to be where it is today for the podcast.
Good job. Good job.
Well, hey, back to the actual topic today. We're going to talk about light fixture upgrades in your home, and also maybe friendly flooring, like click flooring that people could
Mhm.
put in some new flooring for the holiday. Again, it's right around the corner. As we're recording this today is the 3rd, so 22 days to Christmas, right? Just 3 weeks. Yeah. Caitlin's like, oh,
I'm shaking.
snap.
I'm shaking because of the kit. I did get some ordering in yesterday.
Yes.
But I am interested to really talk about the click flooring because when I have questions too, I feel like you said, like we were talking about before, just smaller rooms to start off, because you look at your house and you're like, gosh, I want to do the entire thing. I want my house to be the number one house for Christmas.
Right.
Memorable. But that's why one room at a time. But gosh, then you'd want to do the kitchen. I mean, now I'm thinking
exactly.
laundry room.
Yeah.
So tell me about the click.
Sure.
Say I have carpet.
Mhm.
We can't put that over carpet, right?
No, you cannot put click floor over carpet.
So if you take the carpet up,
Yes.
do you have to put like some sort of padding, or is it subfloor underneath?
Not anymore. So
Okay.
most homes are either going to be carpet over the original hardwood floor,
Mhm.
which in that case you could possibly clean it up and make it look
Right.
good.
I know I don't have
that's an
that
option.
there. So
But newer homes, they're not going to have the hardwood floor. When I say newer homes, like 1970s and forward to now, they're not going to have hardwood floor. They're going to have a subfloor, a plywood or an OSB, which is oriented strand board subfloor. And that's what you need for your.
So you just keep that.
Correct. You keep that. You'll take up your tack strip, which is the nice sharp, sticky stuff on your fingers, and sticky as in pins. The nails there. But most click flooring or do-it-yourself type flooring is self-padded. Means it already has a pad.
I think mine in my kitchen was like that, and I think that's so nice.
Because before you used to have to buy the pad separately and roll it out, not wrinkle it, and then put your stuff in.
The wrinkling.
Yeah. And so that really, the pad is in there to stop squeak. That's what it's for. So you don't put down a wood or vinyl plank that's sitting on wood and you walk on it that it squeaks against each other.
Yeah.
Right. So they're most of them now are self-padded. So you don't have to worry about that. And if you are taking up carpet, most of your trim is already going to be raised up off the floor some.
Right.
But one of the key things, and
it might be raised too much.
Right. And we've got things to take care of that. But the key thing with any flooring, no matter who you buy it from manufacturer-wise, read the instructions. Every manufacturer has different parameters on how far you have to leave the floor away from the edge of the walls.
Okay.
It will expand and contract.
Right.
With moisture, temperature, when I say moisture, humidity in the room, this time of year, things are shrinking because the cold and the moisture is going out of things, right? In the summer, we have high humidity, things swell. And so that expansion gap is left there so you don't have buckling of your floors, right? And so where that is around the perimeter of your room, your trim is fine if it's up in the air. Most people then will come in and put a quarter round down or a base shoe, which is a flatter but taller type trim to trim that out, and it really looks nice. So you don't have to take your trim off the walls to do click flooring.
Yeah, I think the quarter round's probably pretty easy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Now with the click flooring, of course I know I have, my Chris to put it in, but say I didn't have him. Do you simply use your hands? I mean, this is for people like you don't need a hammer.
So some people will use a rubber mallet.
To make sure it really gets clicked in
to make sure
there.
the joints get clicked together.
Okay.
Again, the manufacturers, when they first came out with click flooring, they really were trying to capture that DIY, the do-it-yourselfers, to make a big, quick impact on a room change, the look of it. And they've made great strides, because it used to be if you dropped any water on it, it would just swell up and you'd see every dimple in it and stuff. But now they have an LVP, which is a vinyl plank. So it's a waterproof.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah. So it's more durable, still has a nice wood grain texture and look as well. So
it is. I do. I mean, I feel like you can tell. But now I'm going to be having to figure out what color.
Right.
So is this weird? I'm going to ask your opinion. So I have the brown. I would say it's like brown, a dark brown throughout the house of the vinyl click floor. But then you go down these stairs into this little laundry room. And right now I have carpet, Chris, carpet.
In a laundry room?
Yeah, my laundry room's almost like a hallway leading into my room.
Right. I remember you talking about that before. Yeah.
It's cute. It's cool. It's unique. But I got to get rid of that carpet. It's sickening me. So do I match it?
Match what? The carpet or the brown floor?
No, the floor, the new vinyl floor to this already.
So you most likely have that other floor professionally laid.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any of that floor left?
No, I hate myself. But is it going to look weird?
No, typically what you can do on colors like that, if you can't match it, you want to complement it. You can do it one of two ways. A nice subtle shade that's similar, so the color palettes are the same, or you contrast. So if you have a dark floor, go to a light floor. That way it kind of pops.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Denoting that space as being different.
Yeah.
So you can go, a lighter color, but you still will probably want to keep it in the same color family.
Like warm.
If you have browns, right.
Yeah.
If you have browns, dark browns, then you want to go to a light brown or tan floor in there. Yeah.
Well, I think I would, you know what I'm going to do?
What? Tell me.
When we get this going, I'm going to see how many I can put in by myself, and I will video it and come to show you.
We'll put it on the podcast. We'll play it on the podcast. And all right, I'm going to hold you to that.
I'll hold you to that. I mean,
there you go. She's right behind you on camera. So
she's inspiring me.
She's looking over you.
On my shoulder.
Kaitlin, you can do it. You can do it, right?
You can take that mallet.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen Tamara swing sledgehammers. So yeah, you can.
And tiny little thing.
That was fun.
It's a lot of force.
When you thought she was one of the kids
I know,
in the book, at the picture. Oh my gosh.
Well, I was looking, I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, like, where is she?
Yeah.
But look, the daughter's almost taller than her.
I know. It's all good.
Adorable.
Small but mighty. Yeah. And speaking of Tamara Day, we're going to look at getting her scheduled in here before the end of the year again, which is coming up close or quick on us, to talk about the 26 trends, because we talked so much last time about
her beginnings
and how she became Tamara Day and where she is, that we kind of didn't get into that, which is great. And I know she's excited to get on here again with us. So
it'll be kind of like a series.
Yeah.
With her.
She enjoys chatting with us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I could tell she had fun.
She did. Yeah. So back on the click floors, you got a small area, it sounds like.
Yeah. I would say it's probably like just the length of this room, Chris.
10 feet.
Yeah. And not that
4
far
feet,
across.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in getting your material, every box will say this box covers so many square feet, right? So the most frustrating thing on any DIYers or professionals, right, like ourselves, it's frustrating. You get down to, you're like, I'm 3 pieces short, right? Because the math wasn't done right. Exactly, right.
The math ain't mathing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Math ain't mathing. You got to math it before you go and start the project. So yeah, every box says how many square feet it covers. If you have a room that doesn't have a lot of cuts, like angles and corners and all that stuff, you pretty much can get by with very minimal what we call waste. So because you don't want your seams to line up, you got to stagger your seams. And again, all of that is on the box or in the paper that's with your flooring. The instruction or the QR code, scan it, and it'll take you to the instructions.
And I do redirections. Now, males out there listening, do you? Or do they just...
So I do. I do, just because we want to make sure the manufacturers haven't changed anything
Right.
that would void the warranty if we did it like we normally would do.
And I feel like you're a make sure kind of guy.
Yeah, we try to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's good in your business,
It is. And again, that's one of the things with our business. We try to stay on the cutting edge. We want to make sure we're up to date on proper techniques and installation methods, and just see what's new out there. I mean, we just want to bring the new stuff to the area, to Mid-Illinois, one home at a time. That's
one
the
home
podcast
at a time.
you didn't know you needed, right? That's why we're here doing this. But yeah, so with that click flooring, check your square footage you need. A lot of people, so this is we'll do some mathing, right? A lot of people don't know how to get square footage.
Okay, now hold on.
All right,
don't tell
math
me.
for me. You figure it out for me.
Don't you do the length times the width?
Gives you what?
The square foot.
It does. Exactly.
Oh my God.
You did it.
Who's my math teacher? Mr. Jenna, are you listening? I mean, I'm so proud.
Yes, exactly. Right. So if you have a room that's, in this case, it's 10 by 5, you're going to need 50 square feet. Right. And you're going to want to add a little bit for waste.
Just
we
in
typically
case.
will do 10% waste. So in this case, you want to make sure you have 55 square feet of flooring material.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, most boxes come in like 36 to 44 square feet.
Well, of course they
Of course,
do.
you sell more product that way, right?
Yeah.
So again, just make sure you have enough on hand, because as you're cutting along, and two, depending on where your last plank comes, the floor plank, it may be a small ripper and you can't use the other half because you're cutting off the
Right.
groove, you're locking into the other tongue.
And there's no
Exactly.
exact measurement for
And
that one.
that's the waste that comes into play there on that.
But I still don't feel, I mean, if you make sure that you're mathing,
Right.
you shouldn't have too much.
Right. And that's the thing.
People
So
get in a hurry too.
So like we talked before on starting small, right? Trying the bedroom first before you do it in your main room, your main living room, or main focal point where people are going to see it.
Is a bathroom harder though because of the sinks?
Well, you've got your sinks, you got your tub, you got your toilet.
The
right?
toilet's bad, yeah. So let's not do that before Christmas.
Yeah, which you can. And here's the thing. This is why we're promoting this one now, a DIY before Christmas, is because we know that you can't call a professional today and say, hey, come do this before Christmas.
No.
And this is nothing against the professionals out there.
They're busy.
The good professionals are busy.
They're so busy.
And if someone's available, there's a reason they're available.
Or they're just squeezing you in out of the goodness of their heart. But usually, right now,
if they can, yeah.
what they're doing has been in play, right? Probably scheduled for months and months and months.
Right. Yes.
So I feel like,
and we're all feeling the squeeze of the holidays. We felt the
yes, we
squeeze in
are.
construction. We felt the squeeze in construction before Thanksgiving to get things to a certain point so we could use our home. Now we're feeling the squeeze for Christmas.
that is interesting though, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then we have the squeeze of getting things done by the end of the year, which in our business, it doesn't matter. Things roll right on through the calendar, into the next year, unfortunately, but fortunately, because there's no, it's got to be done by January or December 31st, for your books or your business. It's not the case. It's, not in construction.
That's nice.
It's really just getting the things done for the clients so they can
For the
enjoy it.
client. And I feel like all of us innately have that, like, oh, we got to get these loose ends tied up before the end of the year. Why are we like that?
Exactly. Well, it's just, it's funny because in the summer, we don't worry about it. We don't think about it, right? But then as soon as the temperature changes, then people start freaking out. Oh my gosh.
Because they're in their house more.
Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Oh my God, Christmas. And, we do our best. We're not perfect at it here at Big Dog, but, we do our best to try to accommodate when we can.
Right.
But it always seems like there's holdups, materials shortage or not shortage, or something came in broken. We've had that happen on a job right now. Something comes in scratched or damaged. Now we've got to send it back.
Because everything's so busy right now with the trucking and mailing systems.
It is.
I mean, even I know we shop local, but I got to get some stuff off Amazon.
Right.
My Prime ain't priming. Okay.
Not that 1 to 2 day turnaround you're supposed to get.
It's on
I know.
Christmas and time. So, it probably is a stressful time for you guys, but you're still smiling.
Hey, we have to. And
Service over selling.
Yeah. And for those that can't tell, or they may be able to tell, and it's not just the mics. I'm running a little sinus activity right now, just
Gosh,
not
darn
sharing
it.
too much, but it's all good. It's probably from you, Kaitlin. But
I know
hey,
it was for
Yeah. If everyone remembers, we had to have a guest co-host, Robert Farrell, from a few weeks back when Kaitlin was out sick on us. So it's all good.
We blame the kids.
We blame the
back
kids.
to them.
We do. So yeah. Hey, on that flooring, here's another key tip from a professional to the DIYers, right? So this is going to you. Let your flooring, when you go and buy it, especially this time of year being cold, let it acclimate to your home.
House.
Exactly. At least 48 hours. It needs to acclimate. What acclimation means is you need to let that flooring come up to the same temperature and humidities of your home that it currently is. Because what would happen is if you take that cold floor straight from your car or your truck that you're bringing it in and you start laying it, now that floor is contracted, being cold, and then it's going to warm up and you're leaving the gap, and then it's going to go pop and make your floor buckle. Let it acclimate.
And I'm so glad you said that. Now, for some reason, I had remembered that when my uncle told me that years ago, but I never would have thought of that.
Right. We do it actually with drywall as well.
Okay.
Drywall needs to acclimate to a home because drywall will absorb moisture.
Right.
And so it needs to acclimate as well. It doesn't expand and contract as much as vinyl flooring or even wood flooring, but it will. You need to let it acclimate.
And every home's different,
It is. So, but yeah, on the flooring, those are some good tips, tricks in there for people to understand on that.
You can do it.
You think you're good? You think our listeners are good at DIYers on the putting in the click
they
flooring?
Can do it.
Okay.
If I can do it, they can do it.
Well, if not, they can do what? They can reach out to us.
You do your research.
Ask us questions. We can
find us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Message us.
Heck yeah. Email me. I gave it out last time. Chris@bigdogcc.com.
There you
Email
go.
me. Give you some free advice. I have no problem with that. And so if you feel like not doing a DIY yourself on ClickFloor, you can still reach out, schedule some things. You can stop by our showroom, check out the flooring, whatever you want. Other places in town that have flooring, whatever you need to do. Just talk to professionals, get it on the books, and go that route. And buy a new Christmas area rug,
Right. That's so funny that you said that. I'm like, if you just buy a cute rug.
Right. Cute rug. Throw it on the floor. Put it under your coffee table.
Yeah.
Put a big rug under your tree, maybe. I don't know. Then the skirt. Just
There's
whatever
always
works
something
best.
you can do.
Yeah.
You can always hide stuff.
You can. Even if you have carpet, you can hide stuff with a rug, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hate that so bad.
Sorry. Well, I am going to bring up my certified aging in place specialist training now.
Oh.
Make sure if you're elderly, watch the rugs. Rugs can trip elderly up.
You're right.
So
I had to take all my runners out of my home because of my
you got rid of your kids? Let's get it. Haha, pun. I'm here all day, folks.
Honestly, that was so good. Not as good as what the shiitake mushroom. But
it's all good.
But the runners because of my dog. Every time he'd run through there, he's
slide them on the floor.
And I hate putting that
gripper stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what else can we do before I get off on my runners and dogs? Lighting.
Well, yeah, we talked about lighting. So light fixtures. So here's the thing with light fixtures. Some people are like, ooh, it's electricity. I'm not gonna deal with it. So electricity, if you understand it and you respect it, that's the key thing.
I love it.
You can handle swapping out a light fixture, right? Most homes, when you flip the light switch on, the power then is sent up to the light fixture. Some homes, though, you can have what they call a switch leg, which means the power's at the fixture in the ceiling, and it runs just a circuit down to the switch that continues the power back up to the switch.
Okay.
That one means you're hot up at the light fixture.
Okay.
Even if the switch is off. Those you have to be a little bit more right. You can shut the breaker off, correct. So, which is fine. Always be safe. It's safer to shut the breaker off than just rely on the switch. If you do just the switch, make sure no one's in the house with you to come in and flip the light switch on while you're up there wiring. Exactly. Get a new hairstyle before Christmas, right?
So do the light fixtures, because you were all about the directions with the vinyl click. Like I would be terrified. But my dad puts up my light fixtures, Chris.
Right.
I would be terrified. But do they come with directions? Like what wires?
Of course they do. Oh, yes, they do. Yeah.
Your face.
They always do.
Duh, Kaitlin.
Well, I hope I wasn't throwing out a duh face look.
I'm kidding.
Because now I have a camera directly on me, so they would know.
No,
duh, Kaitlin. No.
But I'm like, does it tell you like you connect this wire to this color? So you're basically, you're like a bomb specialist.
A bomb specialist.
Do I get my like tweezers and I'm like,
oh gosh, you don't have to do tweezers. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, but they're all like if you're going to do a ceiling fan, right? A ceiling fan fixture with a light. So a ceiling fan fixture with a light, most light kit wires for the power are blue instead of black. Black is usually your power, white is your neutral, bare is your ground, or green is your ground. So
very helpful.
So, but
white
yes,
neutral, blue.
The white is neutral. Blue is for your light fixtures.
Blue is the light fixture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll call out on your diagrams and stuff from on your ceiling fan light fixtures.
Do you know how smart I'm gonna sound to Chris now? Like
exactly.
like
well, and a lot of those too. Now they've got them so easy. Again, for box store stuff, they got DIYers. That's what box stores are invented for. Was really DIYers, not for the contractors. Even though they will sell to us, it's a lot of plug and play stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a ceiling fan fixture but no light, there's already a plug in there that you can take the light fixture and they plug together. And then you install the light fixture. You'll put in the screws and the light fixture's up. And then you do the remote control or the light switch, will control both.
I love the remote control.
Yeah. Yeah. So most people, it's hard for them to, it's weird because they went from pull chains,
get those pull chains out of my life.
You're going to hate this because now they're shifting back. You're
no,
starting
they're
to see
not,
them come
Chris.
back. Because remote controls, they get lost if they don't put them in the caddy there or
I guess you're
where
right.
they're at. And then you're like, how am I going to control that?
I have mine in a little basket.
But not everyone is as organized as you, Kaitlin.
I'm not, though.
And I say that loosely.
I was going to say that as loosely as you possibly can. But they're coming
for sure.
back.
They are, yeah, because again.
Are we going to make them cuter this time?
You can do whatever you want to make them cute. I mean, you can put the little dangly things and you could, you could put a bird on there. You could put whatever type of bird you want on there.
That's the one I want. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she did this one, by the way. Or to that camera. Yeah, sorry. No, we don't mean that to our followers or viewers and any of that.
We told you guys.
Yeah, anything goes here. No hold barred. Yeah, we'll just, hey.
I do think a light fixture can make a huge difference.
They can because let's say it's in your dining room, right? And depending on the age of your home, it may either be an outdated light fixture.
The frosted, we can't.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Or the surface mounted light fixtures up there.
The ones that look like a boob?
The boob lights, yes.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to go there, but you
we
took
have
it
to
there.
go there. Everyone knows.
The booby lights because they look like a round boob with a nipple in the middle.
It's a boob light.
Yeah, it's a boob light. Yeah. So we'll just say it. Hey, it is what it is, right?
Aren't you glad I brought that up?
I'm glad you brought that up and not me because I didn't want to
be creepy.
Yeah, exactly. So if you wanted to get rid of your boob lights on the ceiling, right, you could do a nice, hang down light, not necessarily a chandelier. Because people, when they hear chandelier, they think crystals and multiple layers
a clear,
of stuff.
globe-looking thing.
Globe stuff.
It's open.
LED lighting is so phenomenal of what they can do now. We here in our showroom have some really funky-looking shaped lights, and it's all LED that it's just wild, right? They've got some really cool stuff out right now.
And then, of course, we don't call that recessed lighting anymore, right?
Can lighting?
Can lights, love them.
Yeah.
Gotta have them.
Well, now because the can lights.
Are they out?
No. The way the can lights, you still have the can light look like we have here, but they're actually what we call a wafer light.
Flat. I have those.
1/2 inch thick.
Yeah.
As opposed to the big 7 or 10 inch can that's up in your attic and big, and you can directionally.
You could turn them, yeah.
Yeah. Those. Because the problem would be, let's just say you have a hallway and you want can lights down the middle of it. You always have, it seems like, a truss or something in the middle that you can't center that big metal can fixture up there. And now your lights are off center. You're like, that looks like crap, right? That's why they came out with these wafer lights. They're 1/2 inch thick. So they literally can go, you can have a truss right down the middle of your hallway and you can put a light right down the middle of your hallway.
Yeah. And I think they look so nice.
They do. They look like a regular can light. People don't know that. And they have the different diameters and stuff. So those are nice to put in.
Those are important to have with a light fixture.
They are.
Because lighting is important.
It is. So if you have traditional can lights where you've got what we call the beauty ring and then a bulb that's screwed up in there.
Yeah.
You got the gap there that sometimes you feel a draft come down from the attic because the insulation's off of it. You can take and put an LED head in that. It's one piece.
Okay.
can, or it's a one piece beauty ring and the LED lens all in one. So it seals itself up in there, screws in like a regular, has wires up to a bulb socket. You screw it up in there. It's got the springs on it that slide up into your can and slides right up in
Pops
place.
right in there.
It does. And then you don't have the
Ultimate DIY.
the aphids or the ladybugs coming down or the other stuff out of the attic coming down there. You don't have the draft coming down anymore. So those are things you can do too. So just little updates.
Well, I'm thinking about that in my bathroom because unfortunately, that's where my attic access is.
So you've got in your bathroom, some people have lights over their kitchen sink, right? So they can do stuff there. Again,
I love that look.
You can have a pendant light come down.
I love the pendant light.
Yeah, drop down a pendant light, whatever. Again, this is your opportunity to personalize to you, the homeowner, to that space, right? Even if it's a space that
express your creativity.
Listen at you expressing your creativity.
Well,
that's
my
right.
mom, that's one thing I will tell, and you guys hear me talk about my mom a lot. She's so good, but just where she has changed her light fixtures above her peninsula, I guess you would say, and then her dining room, and then just in her own room, like she decided to get rid of her fan.
Right.
And then what do? I do the same thing and get a cute chandelier. Well, I'm regretting that decision, Chris.
Getting rid of the
fan because now I have to because I have to sleep with a fan.
Right.
So now I have this hideous fan on the floor and I'm like, God, Kath. So my mom's saying, but I do think it could change the entire like theme of your house.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah, it is. And again, so if you're not comfortable, with trying to identify where that breaker is to kill the power, just go kill the main. Just make sure your computer's off. Just shut the main breaker off. You're good. Have a flashlight, whatever you want to do. Change out the light.
Maybe it's daylight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's daylight. And then turn your power back on. It's easier than it seems. And this is not to discount the education of our electricians out there. It's not at all, right?
But we know how long or how backed up, I guess.
Exactly. The workload, right. The trades are so backed up right now. That's why we promote as well through this podcast. Youth, get into the trades. We're here. We'll help you out. We're a training company. We will educate. We'll hire for attitude, train for results. That's what we tell you when you come in that door. Hire for your attitude, train for results.
Because you're looking in here.
Yeah. If you got the right attitude, we'll train you in whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That's good. But hey, so lights, the click flooring, the laminate floorings, very quick, easy things to update a room, spruce a room, especially if you're ready for the holidays. A lot of people right now, timing wise, Thanksgiving's over and they immediately shift right into decorating for Christmas, unless you have those really Christmas freaks that are doing it as soon as the Halloween decorations are down.
Who did that? Looking around.
Did you do that? Wait, Kaitlin, are you one of those freaks?
I'm not even kidding. It was October 31st.
Well, there you go. Who knew, right?
I don't like Halloween, Chris. I don't.
That's because you get scared.
You're right. Yeah, I get scared of my own children. Demons.
The runners in your house. We don't mean the floor runners.
But I think too, I want to say, don't get yourself all in a tizzy when you get your, Christmas stuff out, because this is from mom to mom. You're starting to think everything I have is hideous, this and that. But believe it or not, when I got just the wallpaper, all this stuff we've been talking about historically, one wall wallpaper, one new light fixture over my dining room.
Right.
One new paint color on one wall in my kitchen. A new rug. Easy.
And it changes a lot of things.
Changed everything.
And here's the thing. So set realistic expectations. Right. Rome wasn't built in a day, they say, right? But you can redecorate a room depending on what you're doing in a day or a weekend at least. Depending on how,
all this stuff was one afternoon that we said today.
Yeah. Add pride of ownership. I did this. I did that. So when the family comes over and going, hey, how do you like the dining room? How do you like the light? I did that, right?
Honestly, I'm so glad you said that, because that really is a special thing to be able to say, especially as a woman, I want to say.
Oh, so now we're being sexist.
100%.
Nothing wrong with that. I got you. And I know the stereotype you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, taking that pride, all that, but again, still taking the planning and patience to make it happen. Right. And we got to remember, we're talking about Christmas coming up, and this just isn't a holiday fix. Right. So this is actually to increase the home value. Again, say we're going to be selling the home in the spring, going to be listing it on the market. These things you're doing now for the holidays, little DIY things, are going to make the visual impact when you go to sell it.
Right.
It's a long-term fix,
Right.
long-term investment into your home on that. But again, like we always say, don't count out the professionals, but we try to give some tips here on the DIY side that you cannot feel abandoned or held hostage of, oh, we got to wait months for the
Well, and I think
contractors.
it proves too that you just want to help.
We do. Yeah.
You just want to help. And
always.
same with me with, being the advertiser, that's education. But at this time of year, I do think, like you said again, people want to focus on their home because it's cold. We can't
Exactly.
go
They're in the
anywhere.
house. Yeah.
We're going to be in our house. To look like I am in a spa. Light my candles like Game of Thrones. Bring me my wine. But it's important to feel so comfortable in your house.
And your kids are your dragons.
I do have one that would probably stick up for me like that.
Little fire-breathing dragons.
The second child. He'd go to war for me, 100%.
I love it. I love it. Well, hey, we're gonna bring this to a wrap then on this episode today. And if you've been on the fence about making a change, now's a great time to start. Even a small upgrades make a big difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because when your family comes over, they don't have to know that you spent $100 on getting some flooring to put in your home, right? It may look like $1,000 job, which is great.
So true.
And again, if you need the guidance and advice or want to know when it's time to call a pro, that's exactly why we do this podcast, to let people know that. So I know, just a quick recap. So we talked about click flooring, do-it-yourself type flooring, on how to do that. Let it acclimate, 48 hours, right?
Very important.
Light fixtures, respect the electricity, and it'll respect you.
I love
switches off, breakers off, kill the whole power if you want.
Get a flashlight.
If you're really scared, go throw the transformer on the whole block. No, don't do that. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Amron may freak out at me saying that. So,
I'll be like, we're going to be like, oh, I guess Chris is putting a light fixture in.
Yeah, he just killed the whole block, half the town. So, no. But yeah, your light fixtures, your flooring, recapping back, then throw in your paint and your other stuff. So, but just order of operation. If you're going to do paint, do your paint before you do your floor.
I mean,
automatically got drop cloth. If you're going to do carpet, especially pull out the carpet after you paint.
Yeah.
That way your paint droppings are on your carpet.
Who cares?
Rolled up,
yeah.
out. Exactly. It saves you some time
and it's
on that.
It's just little things like that that people forget. That's why it's a podcast you didn't know you needed.
See, that's why we're here doing this for you. So, well, hey, we will be getting hopefully Tamara Day back on with us soon, and we'll continue to have guests with us talking about their trades. So, hey, thanks for tuning in to Designing and Building Mid-Illinois, one home at a time. If this episode inspired you, make sure to subscribe, share with a fellow DIYer, and let us know what project you want us to tackle next. And remember, good homes aren't built overnight. They're built one thoughtful project at a time. See you next time, and happy holidays.
Bye.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Farrell at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!